It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we got a beer from Stroud Brewery, and this is a can of their Arctic Cat. And it's a white stout, an organic white stout. I haven't had a white stout in probably a year or two. They pop up every now and again. Somebody has a go at them. I think it's a very clever beer style. I think it's a really interesting beer style because, well, let's get it out and show you, shall we? If you've not heard of a white stout before, let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. It's 4.5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Now this stuff is like a mystical, brain-bending idea of a beer because it's golden, but it's classed as a stout. So you're asking yourself at this point, with its one finger white head, good levels of carbonation and definitely slightly hazy amber look to it, no sediment in the bottom of the glass, you're probably asking yourself a question right now. And that question will be, why isn't it black? Why haven't they used roasted malt? I first come across this idea, this style, by a company called Brewery. And they were brewing this beer all the way back in, I think, 2011, 2012 maybe. And they come up with this idea. It might have come from America initially, but the Durham Brewery were the first people to do it in the UK. And they come up with this idea of producing a beer that tasted like a stout, but it was pale. So how did they do it? How do they do it? Well, that all starts with the aroma of the beer. And that's pretty bonkers just to begin with, because there's aromas of coffee and vanilla and chocolate. So they somehow managed to put like a bitter coffee flavour in the aroma of the beer. Vanilla, of course, is light in colour. And I suppose some kind of white chocolate would be as well, wouldn't it? So there's your three aspects of your stout straight away. It's roasty on the aroma, there's some vanilla, and there's some white chocolate. And it's really damn clever, it really is. A really, really clever idea. Who wants to drink the same old beer over and over again? For me, beer is about difference, it's about breaking boundaries, it's about doing things differently. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, and imagination. It's about imagination too. Oh, now then, Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. That is a fantastic, fantastic beer. That is phenomenal, actually. Phenomenal. It's just got this lovely berry fruit flavour to it. And now here comes this longing bitterness on the back end of the beer. It's also got this lovely, creamy, rich mouthfeel. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. But it's got this kind of like white chocolate and strawberry flavour that just runs through the flavour of the beer. That might be just my palate that's picking up white chocolate and strawberry. It finishes with that fantastic roasty, toasty coffee flavour with a fantastic bitterness on the back end. If you were to close your eyes, you would be thinking, I'm definitely drinking a stout right now. That right there is wonderful. That is a wonderful, wonderful beer. It's a right head bender of a beer. If I was with my mate in a pub, I'd be calling it something else. A right head. I don't swear on YouTube though. It really is. It's a marvellous style. I don't see it enough. I don't see this style enough. The point is though, is this the style or the type of beer that you want to session? Is this beer, this organic white stout at 4.5% ABV, is this something you want to drink 4 cans of? Or is this something that you just want the one of? Do you know, I think in this particular case, I could probably, if I was in a pub, I could drink 2 pints of it. If I'm sitting in the house, I could definitely drink 2 cans of it. I think after that, I'd be looking to drink maybe something else, maybe one of Stroud Brewery's regular other stouts, say this Big Cat Stout, rich roast and chocolate, which is coming to the channel soon. Keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, I think two of these would definitely be something that I could kind of like pour down my neck, pour down my throat, because it's so enjoyable. It's so enjoyable because it's so different. Have a look at this beer as I rock it back and forth. Look at that carbonation chasing the liquid. Okay, the head's dissipated. The head has dissipated away. It is something different. So you can't really overly expect a big, thick Guinness type head. But then again, if you roll the beer around in the glass, look, you can recreate it. You can recreate that lovely, lovely head on the beer if you want to. What you will be doing though is knocking out a lot of that carbonation from the glass. But I've had a couple of beers now from Stroud Brewery in the last week. I had their hoppy pale ale, hop something or other pale ale, which was excellent, excellent beer. Followed up by this absolutely superb, this is probably the best white stout I've ever reviewed on the channel. There's so much going on, there's so much flavour. It really is wonderful. So creamy and rich and chocolate-like and berry, strawberry and then bitter coffee and vanilla. It's brilliant beer. A Stroud Brewery limited edition. Full flavoured stout with chocolate coffee. The only difference is that it's pale! Exclamation mark. A warm, rich beer that has all the traditional character of a stout, but the drinkability of a pale. The usual dark roasted malts have stepped aside for the flavours of chocolate coffee to take the spotlight. Leave the bitter behind as this sweet white stout captivates. I mean, if I was these guys, I'd be really proud of this. I would be absolutely so proud of this beer. It is fantastic. It is fantastic. It's a Stone the Crows 10 out of 10. The best white stout I've ever reviewed on the channel. 10 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.